protect for some reason. But double heat wave
Protect
in the
most
sun,
likely to just help stall out the sun turn.
possibly.
If he has any out, that would probably be it. Just to hope that maybe he lives a resisted eruption from Torkoal without the sun.
Houndoom clicks protect, but Dragonite hits the double protect.
He does hit the double.
John's little delivery
But that's
boy.
what we see here. It's going to be that Heat Rock. So he will have the extended sun turns in this double matchup.
Dark Pulse comes out, and that is game 1. Let's see game 2.
Even if he didn't win anything, he's still got the double protect, and revealing that Torkoal is potentially not Sash, not Shuka, revealing that it is specifically Heat Rock is amazing for him.
We're going to see a little bit of a team switch up here from John. Get a little sneak peek right here. We see the same. Is this the same lead?
No, this is Weavile. Weavile was not brought to the previous round.
No, for Ty.
Same lead for Ty.
Same lead for
How
Ty.
about the same four Mons?
Showing that John actually has double fake out going on his team.
He does indeed.
See an Aerial Ace come out,
Venusaur had
picking up
not
the KO
shown
on
protect before.
Venusaur.
Double up into Venusaur. Venusaur really couldn't do much with that fake out pressure. No protect, no switches. Venusaur just goes down.
Ty sees an opportunity to spam Heat Wave, but Dragonite calls it with water and Chien Pao uses Rain Dance.
The Weavile's faster. Getting that Rain Dance
Aquatail goes into Torkoal, picking up the KO. Just sitting here and ignoring the Houndoom on the field. But that's just taking away Sun support for him. So unfortunately, this game already looks like it's going to John.
The Heat Wave was at least able to break the multi-scale. But
see
Sandy
Triple Axle
Shock's just
come
out of position without a booster speed because of the lack of sun means it's going to go down to that Weavile. And Weavile is just threatening a lot of damage being the fastest mon on the field here. And nothing on Ty's team can reasonably deal with this Terra Water Dragonite now that the Venusaur died to it turn 1.
Swaps into Cuban John to take his, save his KD a little bit. And we see a burn go up on Dragonite. Sees the Aquatail. Does not matter though. Still picks up the K.
Does not matter. Terra Water Aquatail in the rain.
And that is game 2. Just barely able to make it without a showdown recreation.
I think the big thing at the note there is the Venusaur. If the Dragonite does in fact Terra Water, there's very little on Ty's team that can counter that without the Venusaur.
Game 3 comes out.
See Hitmontop and Dragonite. Very similar lead to the previous game. No Weavile, but you still have that fake out triple axle combo.
Ty in a interesting position, throwing out his Mega, and Houndoom immediately goes for Protect, but John calls it going for Dragon Dance, knowing that Houndoom had Protect from the previous turn, and Hitmontop goes for Coaching, giving it an additional attack boost.
Multi-scale breaks there. That's always pretty significant. And Terra is not blown yet, so Ty going for the defensive switch, not wanting to lose his Torkoal potentially super early, but leaving that Houndoom vulnerable.
Aquatail in the sun still kills at +2. Hitmontop goes for Coaching again, giving it a 3rd attack boost.
Thanks to that speed boost from Dragon Dance, that was something Ty did not have to deal with the previous turn. John had not revealed the Dragon Dance.
Sludge Bomb goes into Dragonite, does not pick up the poison, but because it's +3, that Aerial Ace still KOs anyway.
That Dragon typing making it neutral to discharge. This Dragonite is eating so many hits.
Little Delivery Boy staying on. Only gets 2 hits from the triple axle. Cuban John letting down John a little bit.
That is significant because it did 53%, meaning another triple axle 2 hit would not finish it off. He needs 3 hits.
Pop Citrus Berry. Triple Axle goes in again. Does not pick up the KO.
Another 2 hits.
Putting Hitmontop on Fraud Watch. We know that Dragonite is not faster than the Sandy Shock.
Not wanting to hurt his own Torkoal, he goes for the Volt Switch instead of the discharge. That leaves the Dragonite alive, but fortunately for him, he gets the Paraproc, which allows Torkoal to not eat that Aquatail and allows Dragonite to go down to Heat Wave. That is a big Paraproc for Ty.
Heatran and Weavile come out. Now, we do know Weavile has Fake Out, so we're probably going to see a Fake Out. Sandy Shock's picking the take.
Yep, Sandy Shock's not able to protect against that Fake Out, it looks like. And with Terra Fairy, Heatran, everything that Tai had would not be able to hit it thanks to that lack of ground weakness.
And just like that, John takes game 3 and the match. Next up is Bofi versus Soul. We're in for a long one, chat. Bofi sending
Corsola
out
Mousehold.
Corsola Mousehold lead with Soul sending in Murkrow and Sneasler lead.
This is such a passive lead from Bofi. I was not expecting something like this. Normally you have Mousehold next to like a Follow Me partner, like something that can benefit from the Follow Me. But at most, you really don't want Mousehold to be getting hit here.
First turn,
because that protects keeps it alive.
Bofi predicts the fake out into the Mousehold. Murkrow tries to Thunder Wave it as well. Doesn't get it off.
Mousehold was the only fake out Pokemon available. Otherwise, you can't fake out into the Ghost type.
So this sets up Sub, also getting the Wisp on Sneasler. Flinches Medicham comes in, flinches Murkrow, but takes a Direct Claw in the process, putting it to sleep.
That is a huge sleep too, because this Sneasler that we know was Normal Gem, and it would not have been able to live a potential Psycho Cut from the Medicham. So getting that sleep there completely shut down that option.
Seeing 3 of his stats cut almost minus 0.5, we're going to see him swap into Dondozo. Murkrow's going to eat a
Dondozo just to hopefully take a hit from this Medicham if it were to get an early Awaken.
Wave Crash.
Dondozo not wanting to leave that risk up, just finishes it off. That does leave the taunted Corsola just to keep getting a little bit of extra chip on Soul's team.
Seeing Dondozo here, we can assume that Tatsugiri is his final Pokemon. We see him swap into Tatsugiri, and it is Commander Dondozo.
See the Terra Normal from Kamo, even with that +2 special defense boost, Dondozo's special defense is not very high. It still does about a third. And that third plus the guaranteed damage from Nightshade, double Nightshade, in fact, leaving on just a sliver, and it's going to be slower than this Kamo, and will not be able to rest off that health.
You see Dondozo go down.
And with Kamo being slower than Tatsu, Tatsu's not going to get an opportunity to move.
See Tatsugiri use Protect as Murkrow uses Tailwind. Doesn't matter though. Kamo is still.
I thought this play was weird.
Burst.
You have Prankster Tailwind, so you want your Tatsugiri to get as much value out of that Tailwind as possible, but protecting Tatsugiri here allows that Sneasler to come in, so he has fake out pressure next to the Tatsugiri.
Which we do see the fake out going to Kamo using the normal gem.
And does Muddy Water kill? No, it's just shy. But that should be fine. Sneasler will outspeed it the next turn, and we'll be able to finish it off, leaving Tatsugiri to try to do its best to break this sub from Corsola. Does in fact break the sub with Muddy Water, but it's going to die to that Nightshade, and that leaves a 1v1 against Corsola and Sneasler. And Sneasler burned means it's going to be constantly taking that chip. He doesn't have to worry about doing much damage in return. He resists one stab and is immune to the other. Strength Sap's going to be constantly weakening him. With Soul's Last Amon, he's not going to have any way out of this. Fortunately for Bofi, this is probably... Yeah, the Dire Claws aren't doing insignificant amounts of damage, especially if he starts getting some sleeps and crits. But not wanting to risk it, just gets the sub up.
Soul pops
not risking any of those statuses.
Forfeit, violating one of our clauses. Uh-oh. Moving on to
For the result of that match, the kill was just deemed to Corsola.
We see both
so taking it more offensively
at this time, with Soul also switching it up a bit with Tatsugiri and Cinderace instead.
Tatsugiri protect there? Not wanting to take that Clanging Scales. That makes sense.
Edge.
But Cinderace barely lives the Clanging Scales.
See a high jump kick come out, taking up the KO. That was a very deliberated KO at the time. High jump kick calc at the time.
I had to do the calc, and that Cinderace was either adamant or it was an offensive item in order to get that kill.
See U-turn come out on Dondozo. Doesn't do much because it is Big
Big
Bozo
Dozo.
Commander. Population bomb misses. Is that
On the
what?
yeah, Tatsugiri's gone now that Dondozo
Yeah.
switches in.
Interesting. Wonder what his reasoning for. Oh, this was the same turn.
Crazy Born. Crazy Born.
He gets the burn. But with that double attack, this is basically the equivalent of a neutral Dondozo offensively. Pop
It
bomb's
also
not going to do
probably
much
has
damage.
rest. It probably has rest too, so it's not gonna matter like in 2 turns.
That burn is able to save Mousel just barely.
Oh, but the
We're
stress.
still going for the strength sap, but that really doesn't matter when this thing still hits like a truck and you're already full HP. Mousel goes for the protect. Mousel had the possibility to kill this Dondozo and finish it off since it's faster, but they go for the protect. And that allows Dondozo to reveal rest. With the capability of rest and order up, this Dondozo is pretty free to just ignore the Corsola. It couldn't before because it just took too much damage from the combination of Nightshade spam and Komodo in short succession. But now that that's not on the board, Bofi really doesn't have anything to deal a lot of burst damage to this Dondozo. Nor did he reveal any way to remove those boosts.
Yeah.
So Haze,
Corsola
Clear Smog.
We're going to be fast forwarding just a
does
bit.
Corsola get haze? Or
Since this is a matter of.
I don't think so, right? It doesn't
Continuous
get haze.
We've already seen all of Corsola's moves. Nightshade,
No, I
Strength
mean-
Sap, Will-O-Wisp, and Substitute. So even if they did, it wouldn't matter. They just didn't
No,
bring
yeah,
it.
I mean like
Paranormal
moveset
comes out,
wise.
faves the
That's
thing,
what
and
I
then
mean,
next
like-
turn we're going to see Cinderace pick up the KO.
Yeah, like
on
Corsola is good, but it's too passive, man. It's just not gonna do enough in a
this
match.
game. For the sake of time, we will be skipping game 3 since it was 46 turns, I believe.
For the record,
God.
yes, Corsola does get access to Haze.
43
But it wouldn't solve the
turns.
issue of Corsola not being able to punch through Dondozo any more than Dondozo can punch through it.
True.
The ultimate
It will
ending
help
was
the partner,
after the first
the mouse will be
13
covered, but
turns.
true,
It was a
sadly.
stall fest between Commander Tatsugiri, Dondozo, and Corsola, and since none of them, since Bofi didn't PP max Strength Sap, neither of them were. He wasn't able to pick up the KO on Dondozo, meaning he lost this set. Meaning Soul took the round. Odin versus D.
46 turns in doubles is insane too. Like, such an insane number of turns. It's crazy.
We see D lead Latias Slitherwing. Odin leads Toadscroll
And
using
Odin's able to
Galar.
get in.
Setting up neutralizing gas for Toadscroll's Mycelium Might. Although
It
Slitherwing
doesn't matter.
immediately, first impression, takes a KO on Toadscroll.
Odin needed to be able to protect or
I wonder if that
picking up the
is
KO on
decreased
using,
matter.
meaning this first turn.
no, both Mons were threatening a kill essentially.
Also
He needed a
decreased
Terra,
even
he needed
matter.
protect, anything, but with Latias also threatening the Wheezing one shot, Odin was not in a good spot with that lead.
Predicts the dragon type
No,
move.
dude.
Terra Steel sets up Calm Mind while Polytoad comes in setting up Rain.
So combat.
Slitherwing
that's
picks up the
Slitherwing.
Kingdra KO with Close
He-
Combat.
Yeah, Life Orb,
So
Slitherwing
fun.
getting the one shot.
Ice Beam
Slitherwing
goes into Latias hoping
so
for a
damn hard.
freeze. Does not. Turn 3 comes out. Mist Ball takes 41%, and I'm pretty sure Close Combat finishes up the game.
+1 stab misswall did a lot less than I expected.
I mean, Larias is not particularly strong. It's more defensive than Larias after all. I'm
No, but it is
surprised,
+1. It is the equivalent of a neutral Specs attack, only doing 40%. It's
Ooh.
crazy.
Game
I
2
do wonder
comes out,
if-
and we
I
see
wonder
Odin.
if truly that Mist Ball was a 1 HKO without the crit
We
steal.
see
I
Odin
want to
lead
call it
with
that later.
Kingdra and Suicune.
Yes.
Switching it up a bit with
Weezing is
Latias.
not very especially bulky.
Latias and Slitherwing coming out.
And with the
that's like
advent of
saying-
Calm Mind, it could be offensive.
Latias
That's
immediately
ooh.
Terra Steels, fearing Polytoad coming in, setting up Swift Swim. Waterfall goes into
Ooh.
Slitherwing. Odin's aware that Slitherwing is his biggest downfall at this point, so he needs to get rid of it as soon as possible. Doesn't pick up the KO,
Tailwind.
although Suicune does set up the
Tailwind's quite
Tailwind.
important here, allowing Kingdra to get the kill on the Slitherwing.
Honestly, yeah, but I don't see a way to reliable get rid of
Fortunately, we're going to see
Terrestrial
Miss Ball come
Lariat
out doing
now.
43% to Suicune. Not enough to 2-hit KO, especially after leftovers. We see Entei come out. E-Speed picking up the KO on Kingdra.
Yeah, not wanting to
Latias
take any of those water moves.
The
eats
Scald
the
does a
Scald,
lot.
barely not killing, while Latias pops another Calm Mind.
Unboosted Suicune doing so much
Gonna
to
see
enter is
Regigigas
kind of
come out.
surprising.
E-Speed crits on
Regigigas being
Suicune.
a really good physical attacker on Odin's side is kind of his key to dealing with this Latios now.
We are
True,
going to
but that
see
is
Drain Punch.
D doubles
that
up the
low start
Suicune,
though.
forcing it out and forcing whatever's in the back to be next to Regigigas. And if it's that wheezing because of the neutralizing gas, that's exactly what you want to see as Latios.
True,
We
this
do
is a
see
good
Weezing come
position
out.
though. The
Start
Legacy
neutralizing
is
gas to take
doing
away
the
slow start from
KO into life
Regigigas,
that's a
although
bit
Miss Ball
slower though.
immediately picks up KO on Weezing, bringing slow start back on Regigigas, meaning it cannot keep up.
I'm surprised they didn't protect their
Force field doing just
whipping
under
this
half.
one.
They didn't protect turn 1, they didn't protect turn 2. There's a good shot, it just didn't have protect.
Which is
Right over
insane for
half,
a
although this
whipping,
heals it back up
honestly.
to the point where
Since
it
it
can
wants to
roll.
stay,
Spell
alive.
comes out, picking up the KO on Regigigas, and D takes the set.
Even if Weezing had lived, that Earthquake was not killing the Raikou.
True.
Even if it did double damage, it would have still just barely lived on 8%.
True. Oh, this is my match.
Next up is Saw versus Insp.
I didn't like a Salamence lead, I
Salamence
don't
wins
know.
with got lead on Imp's side, with Saw throwing out Iron Moth and Flygon. Salamence
So both the
popping
Dragon types are
Intimidate.
threatening each other, but Inspiration has the
Yeah.
advent of Tailwind.
Both immediately
You see
pop
both
their
Terras
Terra.
popping.
Whimsicott uses Light Screen to protect a little bit from the
Light
Dazzling
Screen
Gleam
is
that
a
he sees coming out.
huge pickup here. Reducing a
True.
ton of that
Salamence.
potential
I
damage.
am no, I'm
Kinda
surprised my
neutering
Flygon
Flygon,
was
but
faster.
takes the Draco
I
Meteor
am
on the
really
chin.
surprised Flygon was faster.
Flygon goes down.
Since it was uninvested, it was
You see
a
Farigiraf
modded
come in.
Flygon. So it was at best a speed tag,
Toxapex
you know what I mean?
releases
I'm
Salamence.
surprised.
Whimsicott uses Taunt on Farigiraf to prevent it from using
I wonder,
Trick Room.
what the Salamence
Gleam just for some
spread
additional
was.
chip.
Hyper Voice comes out, picking up KO on Whimsicott. Probably going to see Salamence come out here. I don't know if he wants to reveal Blaziken yet. Intim comes back out. Not really mattering at this point since he's facing down two special attackers. Both spamming
Salamence
spread moves.
just trying to save off some extra health, not wanting to do too much damage this turn.
Psychic.
Toxapex unfortunately has to eat that Psychic to make up for it, but it is able to get the Muddy Water.
And reduce
Wait,
accuracy, which we
funny
will
enough,
see come
missing
into
the
play a
Iron
little bit next
And it misses
turn.
on Iron Moth. Iron Moth being Terra Fairy, though, and already having like natural good special defense means it doesn't have to worry about too much about that Muddy Water.
Farigiraf eats a Draco
Ooh.
Meteor, goes to use Psychic, misses due to the accuracy drop from Toxapex's Muddy Water. Taunt ends. We see Helping Hand go out onto Iron Moth. We see Dazzling Gleam come
Boosted
out.
Dazzling Gleam.
Gleam
Not
doesn't
enough to pick up either KO.
Draco
So
Meteor
it
goes
was
into
damage
Farigiraf, picking up KO. No more Helping Hand, no more Trick Room potential. And we see Poison go into Iron Moth.
The Toxic is odd there. I would have expected a Sludge Bomb, Sludge Wave, anything to hit this thing, but a Toxic is just going to be a little too slow considering it's still at
with
full HP.
the
Conkeldurr comes
special
out, and after this turn, we're going to see a
mod,
double
I don't know
protect
if it
Mach
will,
Punch.
know.
We do see that Conkeldurr does not get burned by a Flame Orb, meaning it's not Guts, it's Sheer Force Life Orb.
Could
Tries to
also
go
be
for the
Iron
double
Fist
protect.
potentially, especially when it's already revealed Mach Punch. But both these mons are in Mach Punch range, so it's mostly just going to be a stall fest between both these mons are poisoned, but he wants to be able to spam Dazzling Gleam, get any picks he can, and just Mach Punch whatever he thinks would not protect.
T-Blaze can come in next to Toxapex after it just hit the double Baneful
Yeah,
Bunker.
no,
Blaziken sets up
Detect was
Protect to get a
really.
speed boost off, but Dazzling Gleam does pick up the
I'm
KO
pretty
on
sure
Toxapex,
I
even though it is
targeted
persistent.
the. I
Conkeldurr goes
think I
in for a
targeted
close
the
combat, and at
topic
this
there just
point,
in
it's
case
Saw's
that
game due
somehow
to double
survived the
spam
Dazzling
on
Gleam.
a...
So, you know.
Who is
Who
Saw
comes out
yapping to?
I'm surprised it was special Blaziken, to be honest.
Almost picks up the KO. You see Toxic do something, but unfortunately Mach Punch does seal Inspiration's fate here. Please can
Yeah.
use to detect just to stall out a turn.
Conkeldur's access to priority is massive. Just making sure that any of these low HP Mons, even if they're faster, they can't get the value they want, as well as making sure that if any Mon were to live its onslaught, it'd be able to just revenge kill it right after.
Meaning Saw wins this
The
game.
goat. I will say
Round
that.
2.
Conkeldurr is the goat.
We see Blaziken lead instead next to Whimsicott and an immediate Frigoraph Groudon lead. Predicting that he's going into Blaziken here, Groudon immediately Terra Waters. Hits a Detect to avoid Feint. Aqua Jet.
Aqua Jet into the Protect, and Taunt comes out to make sure that they prevent any Trick Room attempts.
Although it does not seem that Saw wants to use any Trick Room here. He wants to keep spamming Hyper Voice to get in some chip damage. Toxapex comes out.
Yeah,
Aqua Jet
the
into
Frigoraph being
Toxapex.
boosted is pretty scary. A Psychic into Blaziken could be pretty safe. But it's
Just a
just another
light
Hyper
screen.
Voice. Plus,
Because of
at
that
plus
light
1, it would kill the Whimsicott. It's saved by that light screen.
Aqua Jet comes out, picks up the KO on Whimsicott. We do see that Inst did bring the same 4 Pokemon here, but Saw did switch it up a bit. Bringing Amoonguss and Crawdon.
Intimidate on Crawdon. Crawdon's going to want to switch out, not deal with that Intimidate. You do see, just like before, Draco's going to be a 2-shot into that Frigoraph, even with the attack drop.
Toxic goes in off for Giraffe. Interesting play. Are we going to see a Draco Meteor go into Amoonguss? You see Air Slash
Air
go out.
Slash.
Does not pick up the KO, but Toxic will guarantee that it dies this turn.
Air
We see
Slash.
Spore go into Salamence, but he sees
Safety
it.
goggles,
Safety
Salamence.
goggles protects him.
She's insane.
That's huge. That prevents the Salamence from being slept, and therefore can just kind of keep going for Air Slashes into this Amoonguss. Amoonguss can't really do
Conkeldurr
much to
picks
stop
up
it.
the Toxapex KO with with high horsepower, and Sludge Bomb goes into Blaziken. Light screen goes away, and it does not. We don't see Sludge Bomb pick up poison on Blaziken.
You'd be so happy to see that Intimidate on the Conkeldurr, but unfortunately that Clear Amulet's going to keep it a neutral.
See Air Slash pick up a
Oh,
almost
that's a
KO.
huge Air
And
Slash
once
not being
again-
able to KO.
And once again, we
Salamence
see
did no chance.
Blaziken sitting chipped down a little bit, staring down 2 of Saw's heavy mons. We do see a Heat Wave come out,
Oh
ignoring the
God,
Rage
it
Powder.
was.
That
picking
Heat
up
Wave
the
is
Conkeldurr.
huge. I would have thought you'd have to
Unfortunately-
focus down on the Amoonguss to prevent the Spore, but being able to go for that spread move ensures that you get a lot of damage on this Amoonguss while also killing the Conkeldurr in the same turn.
We do see Crawdon come out, and unfortunately, Aqua Jet is enough to take up the KO on Mega Blaziken, which means Saw takes this game and the set.
Yep. He had 2 Pokemon to try to hold back this Crawdon, and that would have been the Toxapex and the Salamence. Fortunately for Saw, by the time that endgame came around, both had already been finished off.
Next up is
Conkeldurr is the goat.
Hedge versus DJ Bonnie.
The controversial one.
Yeah, the controversial one. Hedge leads
Alright,
Garchomp.
Sneasel Garchomp. Both teams having access to fake out pressure here, but we do see the fake out from Sneasel. Sneasel is going to be naturally faster, so considering that we see Meowstic act after Garchomp, it is also faster, so we have no idea what the Meowstic went for there. Ironhead's able to break the disguise, and we do see the Trick Room.
Primarina comes out to take advantage of Trick Room, while what is that thing's name?
Primarina
Meowstic.
is still eating a play rough on the switch in. But that's not the biggest deal when it's still not even a 2-shot. And Primarina is going to be the fastest thing on the field. Reflect goes up.
Reflect
But it's only
goes up,
helping
we
to
see
do
a
with the
taunt going
Sneasel.
to Meowstic, yep.
Oh,
Psychic
and
goes in
instead
on
of
Sneasel.
Meowstic finishing off the Prim, they go and proc the Sash on Sneasel, and that allows Sneasel to go for the Gunk Shot plus Poison Kill onto Mimi.
I'm surprised they didn't went into
That
the.
is crazy.
Know,
Mimi would have been able to finish off the Primarina. It would have been able to do a ton of damage to this Garchomp, but now it's gone.
it also,
Protecting the
I'm
Prim is also
really
huge.
surprised they didn't use the death of Mimikyu to go into their. What? Yeah, this guy. Going to
Wide guard to
Hariyama feels
prevent the
like
hyper voice, but doesn't need a wide guard because now he knows he's slower
really
and can easily just go for a facade, finishing off the water type hyper voice spammer.
not going to camera up as soon as Mimikyu dies. Such a
T-Garch will come
weird
back out
turn.
in place of
Such a weird
Ravina.
decision.
You see coaching Sneasel come out.
Well,
Garchomp
ideally,
spam
the Psychic
Earthquake.
would have
Does
killed
pick up
Prim.
the KO.
Also, no Terra normal facade here is
Fortunately, KOs their own
interesting.
Sneasel and gets decent damage
Rock
on
slide, I
Hariyama.
truly do not understand. I do not understand why they went for rock slide. Yeah, and the Magmar just seals
Yeah,
the
if I'm
game
not
with
mistaken,
Cobblemon.
I'm pretty sure a facade would have killed. I'm not sure if it would have killed with the defense boost, but
It will help with the rock slide next turn,
See
possibly here.
Earthquake
yeah,
pick up
because
the
you could
KO
rock
on
slide
Meowstic.
here. But I don't think even a guts boosted rock slide. I don't think kills Eviolite Magmar.
I think they had a chance to win if they, instead of going into Hariyama, they went into
And
Camerupt.
at this point,
as
because of
soon
the
as
burn,
Mimikyu died.
Hedge is guaranteed to win this game. Willow whips just to make sure that it's burned. Was a little
Nasty
confused.
style, by the way. Nasty style
Burn
of the
picks up
burn.
KO, giving
Yeah.
Hedge the match.
Even with the guts boost, it's not able to deal enough into this resisted Garchomp and an Eviolite Magmar.
Game 2 comes up.
Mixed pop the Arctozolts. So excited to see this mon in doubles draft.
Balloon is
What comes out, revealing
insane.
Balloon against the Garchomp on the field. Terra Water. Now you'd expect in front of the electric type, but when you consider that they would be weak to those ice moves, now they resist. They just have to worry about the turn after. Go for liquidation. It's gonna two-shot. Primarina protects, and you get that Trick Room up, so now Arctozolk is the slowest thing on the field, threatening both water types. Prim switches out, but Garchomp's not able to protect, and it just goes down to the Bolt Beak. DJ Bonnie making the correct call on which mon to threaten.
Gets a rough skin chip while Sneasel comes out.
Ooh,
Potential
that light
fake
screen is
out.
not going to do much against the two physical attackers.
Stomping Tantrum into Metaghost.
Stomping
Does not pick up
Tantrum.
the KO. Eats it on the fucking chin while Psychic Fangs does pick up the KO on Arctozolt.
Yeah, that Stomping Tantrum barely doing a third is kind of shocking. This is a pretty bulky Metagross.
We are seeing Trick Room go up. We're probably going to see Metagross protect. Oh, no. Metagross does go down to an Eruption. Primarina eats it.
Yep.
And we're probably going to see...
Just drop the
Sneasel.
Metagross. Let the Sneasel come in for free. You have Fake Out Pressure.
Now,
If
while
this camera doesn't have Protect, there's nothing it can do against this hyper-voicing Primarina. Especially when it's going to be slower than Meowstic. And there's nothing. Yep. That just goes to show the value of Protect there.
Mega Camera is also so squishy. It doesn't look like a squishy mon at all,
Psychic
but
go
it
in,
is.
procking Sash here.
This
Now, while
camera
Primarina is now
is only eating
slower.
super effective hits.
True.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah. They did
Now
what,
it
2
comes to
Earthquakes and a
1v1.
Hyper Voice?
Unfortunately, Poison is going to take out Meowstic here, but unfortunately, Prim does not have the damage output or the bulk to survive a Terra Ghost Mimikyu Shadow Claw. So
I'm not even
unfortunately,
sure
we're
that
going to see it
Terra was
lose
needed
this
to kill
game,
there. I'm pretty sure Shadow Claw used kills even without
which means
Terra.
we go to game 3.
Sneasel really wanted to get that kill on Meowstic, because if you think about it, you need 3 hits there. You need to kill the Sneasel, you need to break the disguise on Mimi, and you need to kill Mimi. But in that one turn, you know Sneasel's going to die. 3 turns worth, or 3 individual attacks would not be enough, with only access to 2
That
attacks, potentially.
shows how
Now,
good,
we do see a
this
controversial
guy
game here,
is
as
as an
the
ability
Terra
in
on
general.
Farina this game was incorrect. Not due to Hedge's fault, but both players did agree to just continue fighting when Terra incorrectly Terra'd. So we're going to see this game be the actual game we give. We see DJ Bonnie lead Arctozolt Meowstic, same as last. Hedge leading Sneasel, applying Fake Out Pressure, and Metagross. Fake Out into Meowstic immediately. We're going to see a Heavy Slam go in, just taking it just under 40%. Stomping Tantrum goes into Sneasel, does not proc Sash, did not do enough.
No Covert Cloak on the
Stomping
Meowstic
Tantrum
is
is
tragic
so
here, because
weak.
this Meowstic has been faked out almost 3 times over the span of these 3 rounds.
Gunk Shot does pick up the KO on Meowstic, meaning we don't have to deal with any screens or popping Trick
They
Room,
want to get rid
although
of the fake
Bolt
out
Beak does
immediately.
take out Sneasel. Primarina comes in. Mimikyu comes out.
I
We're gonna
don't know
see
if
a
these two
false
Mons are able to
Terra.
kill the Mimikyu.
Now,
Your best
Heavy
shot would be
Slam-
with that Heavy Slam, but with Metagross being faster, it's forced to deal with the disguise before actually hitting Mimi.
Moonblast
Not
does
at
not pick
all.
up the KO.
Bulk Beak goes into the now resisted Primarina, and Trick Room comes up.
Stomping Tantrum goes in Primarina, does not pick up the KO.
I feel like in this scenario, seeing the Terra Electric, Stomping Tantrum, even with the boost, is not going to do enough. I feel like you want to target the Metagross. Go for that stab, boosted Bolt Beak.
Camera Up comes out,
Most likely finishes on Metagross because you know you live Hyper Voice.
but we know that Primarina pops Protect. It's the Eruption.
This is a really good position for DJ. It is his last Mon, but it is faster and threatening kills on both these Mons. He just got to
DJ
bank
just
that
doesn't want to see
whatever his last
Garchomp
Mon
come
is
out.
doesn't resist fire.
But Garchomp is here.
That's right.
Eats the resisted.
No
It's
burns.
liquidation.
Super
and
effective
we
liquidation.
see it go down. Meaning Hedge takes the game and the set. Runner versus Callie.
I will try not to comment too much here. I'll leave
You
that
can
up to
commentate.
y'all.
You can commentate on your own. Callie leads with Duraludon and Rillaboom, with Runner countering with Staraptor and Sinishta. Staraptor puts out the Intimidate while Rillaboom puts up the Grassy Terrain. We see Fake Out go into a swept out Rhyperior as Duraludon sets up Reflect. Sinishta puts up Trick Room, allowing Rhyperior to move first. Theoretically. Rage Powder on Sinishta. Goes for Rock Slide, stealing my entire bag. Flinches the Duraludon, which would have moved next. See Rillaboom hit a knockoff.
That Reflect is pretty impactful considering that the Sinister's not threatening much offense here against a Steel and Grass type.
Temper Flare goes into Rillaboom, doing just under
Not 2-hit
40%.
KOing from that range.
Sinishta putting up Life Dew just in case, but we see Thunder Wave go out, proccing Lightning Rod on.
I like that play there because you don't know if this is Solid Rock or if it's going to be that Lightning Rod. So going for the T-Wave at least scouts for it in future games.
We see Articuno come out. Hits the
Terra Electric.
Turning
That
off
actually
its weakness to the
sounds
Rock
This
Slide.
Rhyhorn does
honestly.
potentially have ground coverage, but that Terra Electric just means that they're going to be able to wall the rock moves.
And Sinishta continues to keep Rhyperior at full health.
I am
Life Dew. We see Snarl come
surprised
out,
they
lowering the
didn't
special
go for
attack
they
of
didn't bring
Sinishta.
Blizzard
Freeze Dry goes
just to
into
keep both the
Rhyperior, eats
monster
it,
that think use Rage Powder.
getting some
Honestly.
leftovers heal, and we're going to see Trick Room go down on turn 6.
Like, of course, it's Blizzard. It's not
Staraptor
great,
comes out
but at
for
least you're
Intimidate.
hitting both ones, either neutral or super
High
effective.
horsepower goes
At least you
into
have the
that,
chance to.
just barely.
Articuno
not
lives
KO.
the high horsepower.
Snarl comes out, proccing full special attack, drop skin, but at this point doesn't matter as we see 2 physical attackers on the field. Hits the Hurricane with Confusion. Terrain goes down.
Everything drops.
Everything goes down. We see Iron Crown revealed as Callie's last
Oh,
Mon.
that confusion is rough. Staraptor's usually having flying or fighting coverage means it's facing down 2 steel types and can't move.
Rock Slide come out, doesn't pick up Flinch. Staraptor puts up a
You see the
Tailwind.
Tailwind, but Iron Crown is still faster despite the
Not
Tailwind.
It's not being enough to
Eats
kill
a
from
horsepower,
that
just
range.
barely
It's
not picking up the
insane.
KO. Again,
Like,
this
stab
Rhyperior is
Psyche.
allergic to picking up KOs. We see Rhyperior
Stab
and
Psyche
Staraptor go down to a
with a Mon
Snarl,
with, like-
seeing
Wait,
Sinishta
Runner,
and
what's
revealing
the
Runner's
special
last
defense
Pokemon
stat
to
on
be
this guy?
Blaziken.
It was an Assault Vest Rhyperior.
Oh, yeah.
Articuno comes out.
That expensive.
Double
Rillaboom's
switch for
popping
Callie.
in. Flare Blitz goes into Articuno, dealing some chip on.
Matcha Gotcha, just a double attack. That does 2-shot Rillaboom from that range. Thanks to the Grassy Terrain boost.
Speed boost procs on Blaziken, and we see Duraludon come out. Uses Detect.
avoiding that
the
fake out.
Life duty just to make sure that everything's up. And we see a Thunderwave go in on Sinishta.
This point, yeah, we do see the Grassy Glide, no protect.
Just doing
It's gonna allow
right under
Blaziken to just get the
40%.
kill.
I feel like a Draco Meteor hitting to the Blaziken would have been enough. But the
Thunderwave into
Thunderwave.
Unfortunately,
Blaziken.
we've seen
doesn't help
Reflect, Thunderwave, and Snarl. This Duraludon does not have many attacks to deal much pressure here. It can keep going for the special attack drops against Sinistra, but it's just tickling the Blaziken.
Like, maybe they could have
Blaziken
won
can't
if they
detect here
had
and then
Draco Meteor and
guarantee
killed the
outspeed this
Blaziken in
Iron
that
Crown
turn instead of
to invoke
Thunderwave.
paralysis, as
Yep.
long as it doesn't get fully paralyzed, which runner
Blaziken's
is
able to
known
protect.
But I don't think they have
It's
it
a Snarl,
anyway.
gets the special attack drop on Sinishta. Machagacha picks up the KO on... Even with the special attack drop at 4%, it just takes the KO on Iron Crown. And we see Runner have support plus Blazing Attack on Blaziken into a single Duraludon, which hasn't even revealed anything other than Snarl.
I was later told after the match that the Duraludon's other move was going to be Light Screen. So double screens. A very supportive Duraludon. Reflect was helpful, but by the end of it, most of both these team was, Callie's team was chipped down.
3 Flare Blitzes takes the game on turn 15, meaning Runner wins this game. See round 2 go out. Callie decides to switch it up, playing into their Rain team a little bit. Over to see Prankster Riolu and Blaziken come out. We see
Unreal.
Protect as Riolu uses Sunny Day. We see Solar Beam come from Blaziken. For Eviolite Riolu, I'm assuming eating that Hurricane.
He'll hold on that opinion. That's evil.
Rillaboom comes out. Are we going to see a Detect from Riolu? We see a Thunder Punch go into Pelipper, taking out his Rain option. Runner already establishing a extremely good...
Can you pause here?
Yeah, I can.
I just want to say real quick, I misclicked and I 100% had a win condition from this point on. Doesn't matter what Riolu does. I think I just feint into Iron Crown. But Blaziken outspeeds and one-shots Crown. And then from there, with Terra Bug, Rillaboom can't hit it. And there's enough Sun turns that Protect Swampert can't stall out Sun and will get Solar Beamed. So I had a guaranteed win condition. But I misclicked and Rhyhorn came out. So I had to try to recover from this point on.
Interesting. Here we see Terra Grass. We see a feint. Does not do anything. We see Rillaboom Grassy Glide priority into...
And the crit Psychic too.
Critical hit Psychic does mean
Rather,
it goes over half.
Other than the Spell Base, did you have special
Here we
defense
see
investment too?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it ended up being a
Gambit.
Specs Iron Crown.
Final Gambit, love to see it.
Oh, that's
Gambit are after able to just wipe out the crown.
U-turn just shy of picking up
That
the
makes it so bold.
into Swampert. See a Temper Flare go in. Good play on Callie's part. As Blaziken comes out on the last turn of Sun. Fortunately, we're probably going to see a Protect from... Interesting.
See a Protect from Blaziken and Swampert. Blaziken not wanting to take that fake out, and Swampert not wanting to take a Solar Beam.
But doesn't see the fake out. Would have been incredibly risky and greedy, but we could have seen a Solar Beam go out onto... See Tantrum go into Mega.
Blaziken. Without the Sun, it's not going to be able to get that kill on Swampert, but he's going to get a kill on Rillaboom.
Yeah, save that Katie, buddy. Save that Katie.
But with the value of Protect, Solar Beam is not going to be able to do it. That just shows you the weakness of those two-turn moves.
And because of a fatal misclick, Callie takes game 2, which means we're going to see a game 3. Callie showing Rillaboom and Articuno not wanting to reveal that he has Rain in the back yet. We see a Xurkitree come out for the first time. Let's go!
Xurkitree!
Alongside Star
Rillaboom lead, similar to round 1.
Xurkitree immediately protects. We see
Fake
calling
it
it
to
say
Staraptor.
fake out into Staraptor.
No covert
As-
cloak, and it eats an Icy Wind too. Staraptor now being the slowest thing on the field. Grassy Glide goes into Xurkitree just shy of a 2-hit KO. Staraptor's faster though, and is able to deal 99% to Rillaboom.
Runner's team
Actually puts
is
it in
immune
range.
to picking up KOs.
That's actually perfect because it puts it just in range of Dazzling Gleam, allowing that Beast Boost to proc on the Xurkitree. And instead of another Icy Wind, we do see the Freeze Dry able to finish off the low HP Staraptor. Most likely going for the stronger hit,
Yeah.
not expecting the fast Staraptor.
It's so surprising they didn't go
Helper
for.
comes out,
they didn't
revealing
target
that Kelly did bring Rain in the
the
back.
We see
Three.
Hospitality procs and Rain the Drizzle. Dazzling Gleam, ignoring the Protect. What does the Articuno do here? Goes for the Icy Wind against the super effective and neutral target, lowering both their speeds.
I wonder if this was choice specs. Icy
Machigacha
Wind.
goes in, dealing 17%.
We've seen it click Icy Wind and Freeze
And
Dry,
gets
so it
the
was
burn.
True. 55. The
not.
damage.
This
it did
Articuno has now
into,
taken a Machigacha and 2 Dazzling Gleams.
Sorry to go into
Wide
surprise.
guard,
Wide
not
guard
wanting to,
protects from
wanting to
Dazzling
avoid that
Gleam.
D-Gleam.
Oh,
Hurricane procs
the
the Koba Berry.
Berry.
And
Sets up
Trick Room
Trick
comes
Room.
up. These Mons are Icy Wind. They're both at -1 speed. That allows that Trick Room to make them the fastest Pokemon on the field.
Fails a double protect. Oh, actually fails the protect after wide guard, which we later found out Kali thought worked a little differently. Thunderbolt goes out on Pelipper.
Gets another Beast Boost. With the Mon you have in the back and Trick Room up for another 4 turns, how do you stop this offense? Especially if your last Mon is potentially still weak to the Sinistra. In the Swampert wanting to abuse the rain.
Swampert, we see Swampert come out. Into Trick Room, it wants to Mega and Protect to try and stall at range just so it can get a last turn with Trick Room. Unfortunately, we're going to see Machigacha crit.
Doing a crit doing 20%.
And unfortunately, with this being last game and it getting the Swift Swim boost, meaning it definitely does not outspeed in
Doesn't
Trick Room.
outspeed
We're
either
gonna see
Mons, and both
Machigacha
have
pick up
access
the
to grass
KO,
coverage.
meaning that Runner takes this game and the set. Poor Callie.
My boy Sinistra ending the game at 100% health.
Simon versus Noob.
Blizzard spam will have been insane.
We're going to see Simon pop out with Ursaluna and Porygon as lead. Very obvious Trick Room with Noob sending out Corviknight and Screamtail. Very...
Noof's lead feels very passive here.
Very...
Especially when you're facing down an Ursaluna. T-Wave getting the para on the non-ground type.
Taunts it
and
to
taunt to
prevent
prevent
Trick
Trick
Room
Room.
going up, but Simon uses Discharge instead, which actually picks up a double paralysis on both Corviknight and Screamtail.
Porygon saying, I don't care you have taunt. I'm just going to keep dealing damage. What are you going to do about it?
Side goes into
Plus-
Screamtail, picking up the KO.
That para was huge. We could have seen a potential encore into the protected Ursaluna, but we don't see anything come out from the Screamtail because of that para proc.
Porygon full para, while Corviknight just does shy of 25%, or does 25% with Brave Bird. Ceruledge comes out, Terra fighting.
Now that these Mons on Simon's ends are both attacking, this taunt, Corviknight's not able to do much. We haven't seen Tailwind yet.
We see a close combat
Just
into
very frail
Protect,
attacks.
24% low rolling on his Brave Bird. Discharge comes back out.
These discards are rough. You're always risking those para chances.
Taunt ends. We're gonna see Skeletor
Skeletor
come
switches
to protect
in,
the
trying
close
to avoid the
combat.
close combat. And he does
We see the-
indeed.
Yeah, we do see the para go up on Corviknight, and Trick Room does go up.
This is the
See
perfect
Galady
time to set
come
up
out.
Trick Room too.
We see Recover from Porygon, putting it
Under
back up
cover
to full.
the game, I feel.
Doing 44 to Skeletor, just shy of half. Shadow Ball goes into Galele.
Was the
Interesting that
Corviknight
Galele did
parried
Mega
on the
Ball.
turn that he Trick Roomed?
Yes.
That is tragic.
Now we see Protect go in from Galele, but it's a little too late at this point. Torch Song goes into Galele.
They go into the Protect with
It's the
Torch and
Protect.
He's helping to stall at the Trick Rooms, but Corviknight's just not outputting much pressure here. Can't even finish off the Skeledirge from 56%.
Facade into Cerulege, wishing that it had
And the
Terror
fact that
earlier.
it didn't,
See Torchcon
is-
go
yeah,
in,
it's-
pick up the
after
KO
this,
on
it's over.
Corviknight, which means Galele is his last mon in Trick Room.
Corviknight's only value there
Corviknight.
was the fact that it was paralyzed, which made it slow enough to function in Trick Room.
Galele comes out, and we see a Facade into Galele to finish
Oh,
up
sometimes
round
in-
1.
I wish they released,
Simon takes this game.
like a paralysis orb, for Trick Room. Could be a funny
Glalie
item
was
to see.
able. Glalie had access to Protect. I'm surprised to not see any Protect. In
We
order to
did
stall out
see-
an extra turn at Trick Room.
We did see it Protect. On the
Not
turn
on the
that it-
last turn at Trick Room.
Oh, true.
All right, same
Same
leads from both
leads.
players.
See T-Wave going to Porygon just like last time. Hits a taunt on Porygon 2. We see a Swords Dance come out from Yogi, which is extremely greedy, knowing that Screamtail does have taunt. Doesn't know that it has Encore yet, which now it does see that it has Encore.
And now it's Encore locked.
We see Encore Taunt come out, which is a beautiful way to force a struggle. We see Porygon 2 use Discharge, picking up another
more
paralyzation.
Porygon just so hard to deal with.
Simon. Psychic Noise to prevent any healing.
And
Struggle-
Struggle deals half of Screamtail's health.
Struggle is still stab, guts boosted.
But between the
goes
struggle
back up.
damage and the discharges, Noof is not looking in a good position. And another
See,
para.
Another para. Runner would
He's doing his best to
absolutely
just
hate.
ignore the Porygon. Try to just
Psychic-
get rid of this Ursaluna as soon as possible.
Which
But
is
nothing's
technically
pressuring the
his win
Porygon.
con.
Porygon can just keep fighting these mons 2v1. Rangaroo comes out.
Skeledirge swaps
Skeledirge
in place
switches.
of Porygon.
Ooh, that para miss is rough. Without the T-Wave, you miss out on a potential para here.
Taunt's desperately trying to see Trick Room go down. Not see Trick Room go up, but it does go up. We see
That's where
Land,
that Thunderwave hit would have been pretty impactful.
Mirror armors the special defense drop, but unfortunately it's not going to matter as Torchon picks up the KO, proccing special attack boost from Throat Spray and Torch Song. Seeing
This is a
Skeledirge
pretty
up
dominant
2.
position from Skeledirge. Skeledirge is not very afraid of the Corviknight and kind of just keep outputting offense.
Raper does just shy of 50%. We see Instruct go into Torch Song and a Shadow Ball into Cerulege. We see a
Terra
Terrifying
fighting in
Wish
order to not be weak to the Shadow Ball. Corviknight at this rate about to kill itself with its own Brave Bird recoil. Skeledirge just keeps hanging on. And thanks to the Instruct boost, is able to get 2 separate attacks off into the Cerulege. And Aerodactyl is revealed as last mon. This is the last turn of Trick Room, so all he has to do is live through it and allow Aerodactyl to outspeed everything. But Skeledirge goes for the Protect. Taunt into Rangaroo, but it doesn't matter. Rangaroo is not going for a status move. It just goes and kills the Corviknight, leaving it a 1v3.
Rock Slide goes out. Trick Room goes down, and we see Aerodactyl being the fastest thing on the field. Porygon 2 swaps
And they
into
immediately go for
Skeledirge
top
to save
class
its KD a little
Porygon
bit,
too.
as we see Porygon 2 and Rangaroo are able to pick up the KO on
Skeledirge switching
Aerodactyl
out, most
next
likely
turn.
to save differential. We do see the Bite.
What?
Bite is interesting considering
We-
this thing gets
No.
crunch.
Now,
Noof
Noof did say
say
that he
that,
meant to put Crunch on it, which would have picked up the KO
Yeah.
here. I don't know if it would have saved him, but we see Gravity come out. Psychic,
Yeah, no, it was a
lasting
mistake.
another turn.
Aerodactyl desperately hanging on, trying to get as many kills as it can before it's inevitably finished off by this Porygon.
Unfortunately, going up last turn, or turn 12, and we see a Torch Song come out to finish off Aerodactyl, meaning Simon takes this game and the set. Soju versus Nyx.
This was the recreation, right? Of
We see
the.
Nyx lead with Talonflame and Mian Xiao,
Talonflame and Mienshao.
with Soju countering with Tauros Oricorio. Tauros picks up an Intim on
That intimidate's
Mian
pretty
Xiao
big
and
against these two
Talonflame.
physical attackers.
We see
Fake out into the
Mian
protect.
Xiao. Soju predicts the fake out into Oricorio from Mian Xiao, while Talonflame sets up Tailwind.
Tailwind's
with
pretty
Aqua
big, but you
Tauros
lose your
doesn't
Talonflame, no
matter.
sash. Mienshao is now left on the field with that the attack drop. Fake out into the
Next-
Tauros.
X pops double
And a
fake out,
Berserker
drain
drain
punch.
coming
punch.
in over.
Interesting. Close combat
It's an
takes the
interesting
KO off
decision to bring
Berserker.
Berserker instead of Goldengo. It's
Air
very
Slash picks up the
interesting.
KO on Mian Xiao, and now it is just Goldengo.
Covert Cloak ensures that the Tauros, just shrugging off that drain punch, is able to just kill the Berserker through the fake out. And that leaves the Oricorio to be the last Mon to attack and finishes off Mienshao.
With Revelation
And
Dance,
then
we
from
see
there,
a
it's
turn
Goldengo against a
3
1v4.
win.
This Goldengo
meaning
was
Soju
slow
takes this
too.
game.
Didn't even manage to get one attack off.
I know Tauros is 100 base speed. I'm not sure about Oricorio, but I'm pretty sure both those Mons naturally outspeed Goldengo anyway.
We see a
but they
slightly
were in
different lead from
Tailwind.
Next
They
this
were in
time.
Oh, they were in
Mian Xiao.
Tailwind.
Seeing
Unless that's a bug of
placing
the
Mian Xiao with
replay,
Arcanine to get the
I don't know
physical
how
attack
did
drop.
they outspeed.
Mian Xiao comes back in. We see
Anyway,
Oricorio use
I think
Protect
I
as
don't get
Pheromosa.
why they brought Berserker
Tailwind used
instead of Goldengo in turn
Tailwind?
2.
Tailwind, and then Pheromosa uses
It doesn't
Quick
matter.
Dance. Oricorio
Quiver Dance.
using
I didn't know
its
Pheromosa
Dancer
got Quiver
ability.
Dance.
Yes, it does. I got really excited.
Fake
Oh,
out.
Fake Out does
48% to Pheromosa. Feromosa's
And
defense is
Talonflame
paper
using
thin.
Fly. Air
Air
Slash
Slash
picks up the
finishes
KO
off
on
the
Mian
Mienshao.
Xiao.
Who
Unfortunately,
is this
Fly.
Talonflame targeting?
Unfortunately, Fly in
Okay,
BGC
very
is
good
not very
here.
good.
It
it's
does go into
interesting
the
to see-
Pheromosa.
It's interesting to see it being used over Brave Bird.
The Rock
Rock
Slide
Slide
over
goes
here.
out, picking up the KO.
Yeah,
on
no Brave Bird,
Oricorio.
no Air Slash, either of which would always kill. Or like maybe does Fly work with Power Herb?
No, Intimidate is bad here.
I don't believe
Even
so.
Power Herb Fly would work.
That is such an interesting
We see Fly
choice.
come out again. We do know that this is
For
a
game two.
berry
Ooh,
on
Queenly
this
Majesty
Talonflame.
blocking the
And
Aqua Jet.
Crucial.
Most likely
No
trying to Aqua Jet in
Tailwind.
order to prevent the Tailwind. However, Talonflame being naturally faster means that would not have worked.
Oh, the
versus
fly is not
Soju.
enough. Ah, but the dropkick is.
Dropkick does take up the KO in combination with Fly onto Tauros. We see Naganadel come out with its air balloon.
This is a bug type facing down the Serena, so unfortunately, due to Protect and Fly, this Pheromosa is not in much danger.
Bug Buzz,
Arcanine
even
still
resisted,
takes a lot
does
from a
over
resisted
half.
hit there.
Sludge Bomb picks up poison on Talonflame, ensuring that it dies after 2 more turns.
This Arcanine is his best shot at dealing with the Pheromosa.
Salic Berry, can we see Acrobatics come out on Talonflame now that it's come out? No, we do not. We see Fly.
Nope.
Focus Blast.
But unfortunately, with the
KO
speed
on
boost,
Arcanine.
Pheromosa is going to be faster. And gets the kill. And from there, with the advent of Protect, I don't know if there's any way to kill the Pheromosa.
Then we
Here,
see Fly
I'm
go into
surprised
Wagon,
by the
popping the
what
balloon,
they
but only
did.
doing 28%.
Triple Axel
Misses the
into Pheromosa instead of the Dragon
triple
type.
axles into the Protect. Sludge Bomb picks up the KO. Does not pick up the KO.
Yeah,
they
the
went-
Protect there is... I'd
Poison
expect the
picks-
triple axle to go into the Dragon type to finish it off. And Pheromosa is most likely protecting, fearing the Fly. It's just a safe call.
If they went for
Unfortunately, we
triple
do
Axel
see
into
it
the,
only
you
hit
know,
twice.
the Dragon type, they
Bug Buzz
may
picks up
have
the final KO, meaning
be able
Soju
to
takes
win.
this game and the
they
set.
may have won this game.
We don't
Finally,
know
we have-
any of Talonflame's other coverage is the problem, because Serena's not threatening much damage outside of... Well, at that range, with Pheromosa being so weak, Triple Axel might have killed Pharaoh. But it definitely would
Yeah.
have killed the Naganadel if it wasn't for the only 2 hits hitting instead of 3. That is definitely tragic.
We see
Bro,
Mist
that's
versus
that's
I.
bad mostly for differential at that point though.
But if you get the kill, then you're faster and you're not going to have to worry about the Naganadel's attack, which means your mons are going to be healthier, and then you can actually deal some pressure with the 2v1. whether it be threatening with Fly or Triple Axle into the Pheromosa, kind of forcing it to protect one turn, but then immediate danger the next.
Nex did say after our fight that the only flying coverage move he had was Fly.
No, my point is if he clicked Fly, then on the turn that he attacks with Fly, Pheromosa has to protect, but if it protects, then it can't protect the next turn whenever Serena goes for the Triple Axle.
Yeah.
You can kind of just apply constant pressure so that they can't protect.
We see Mistlead, Clefable, and Vanillux trying to set up Snow. Ian counters. I counter with Tyranitar, Sandstream.
You counter with Tyranitar? I see some snow, my friend.
I'm Mega Tyranitar.
Mega Tyranitar is able to counter that snow.
Thundurus sets up Terra Dark, uses Taunt on Clefable to prevent it from using anything, while Tyranitar goes for
Dragon Dance is so free. The most you have to fear is potentially like a Flash Cannon from the Vanillux, but it's not going to do much damage with that Sandstorm boost.
Dragon Dance
and the Belly Jump Clefairy.
Sets Snow back up, but at this point, Tyranitar doesn't really want to function within Snow, or within Sand at this point. Rock Slide does... We see a Charty Berry saving Vanillux.
That does save Vanillux from a 2-hit KO. That is pretty significant.
Knockoff goes into Clefable, knocking off a Eviolite, while Rock Slide goes back out, picking up the KO on Clefable. And
that Eviolite is the only thing keeping it alive there.
Aurora Veil does go up. We see Glacier
Aurora Veil. But Mist needs some more offense here.
Pivots back into
Pokemon have barely taken any damage.
Mist focusing very heavily on making sure that Snow stays up instead of Sand.
Getting the para is nice. Huge Rock Slide and a crit into the Glacier. That's exactly what you need when this thing has the Snow defense boost and the Aurora Veil defense boost.
And the Flint Merchant, just make sure that we know he's a Flint Merchant by getting the flinch. Brick Break into Glacier, make sure that Rock Slide does pick up the KO on Glacier. And at this
50
point... 50
damage. 50% into Lapras is just what you want to see.
Out. This saving grace would be a Blizzard, does not get a Blizzard, and we see Vanillux come
no
out,
freezes.
As this is we see Brick Break go in.
That's able to kill off the fastest Pokemon on the field in Vanillux, at least from Mist's end.
Rock Slide does miss. Mist does get another Blizzard, another chance for a freeze. However, does not get it with Snow being down. We see Brick Break come out.
And unfortunately, Mist is just outsped.
Yep. Brick Break comes out, and Fire Punch takes the KO, not wanting to risk another Rock Slide, meaning Ian takes the game. The final round of this week. Game 2, Ian versus Mist.
Same leads from Ian. Gothitelle this time, alongside Vanillux. So you're still going to have that Snow on the field. So because they leave Vanillux, they're going to have to switch out if they want to be able to preserve Snowboarding for later. T-Dar sets up the Sand again. Terra Dark.
Fake out into...
avoiding a Blizzard, potentially.
We see Terra Dark knockoff go into Gothitelle, not picking up the KO, but knocking out Citrus Berry.
That's going to make sure that this Gothitelle remains in range of Rock Slide.
No D-Dance this time around. We see Vanillux come out to set up Snow again. Taunting the
Lapras, potentially avoiding a Perish Song or a Life Dew.
See Charty Berry protect from a potentially fatal...
Ooh, that does a third.
See Blizzard
that looks incredibly good. Especially when your opponent's not threatening much offense. Spamming ice moves into the rock type.
Brick Break goes in.
On top of that, you're always getting those flinch chances.
Taunt goes into
Tyranitar to prevent the Dragon Dance.
But at this point, I think
it's just a little too little, too late. Both these Mons are both in range of Rock Slide.
See Brick Break come out. Rock Slide goes in, picks up the KO on
double
Lapras.
Kill.
And we see a duo that I was afraid to go up against here.
Glacier Gothitelle. The fake out pressure is back on the field. We see Terra Electric.
We do see
fake out into Thundurus.
But I do have Covert Cloak on Thundurus, unfortunately.
Covert Cloak Thundurus.
I did not...
Preventing a fake out.
I did not read what her Terra was, so...
Thunderwave into the
Thunderwave
now
into
immune
electric.
Glastrier, as Glastrier is able to finish off the Tyranitar. This Thunder is not able to do much with the advent of just Knockoff and Brick Break. He's not to hope that this third Mon can actually do some good pressure to Glastrier. Brick Break comes out doing
Break.
about 10%, leaving it at 2/3. Body
Brick
Press is
Break
able to
puts it in
finish off the
range.
Thunderous. It's all down to what Gigalith goes for.
Brick Break does put it in range of a choice
And we
band
see
explosion.
an explosion does in fact kill.
Taking the game, winning E in the game and the set. And that is week 1.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go!
We did it.
We did
Let's
it!
go.
D, how was that?
Ooh.
Are you happy?
Wow, D was so desperate for this and he's muted.
You're happy?
Watching that explosion live was so incredibly funny.